guys, this is Charles Almighty Wraith and
Wraith 58.
of Game Wars Gaming for a Cause, and this is our new series, Wraith Reviews. So, what we're going to be doing on this series is we're going to be reviewing some of our favorite video games, board games, possibly some collectibles, who knows. So, are you excited about the first game? I know you were excited to get the first game. So, ready to reveal what our first game is going to be? Doom Eternal. So, you can't really see because I'm covering up some of the name, but yeah, Doom Eternal. So,
one of the bigger games of this year.
Yeah. So, I know you could. We went to the store, we picked it up, and we got a good deal on it. I know you kind of played it nonstop for what, a week. I mean, you ate. If you weren't eating or sleeping, you were playing this pretty much. But you had fun with it. So we got some gameplay footage. So anyway, we got some gameplay footage. This is not footage that we found. This is actual footage
we recorded
of you playing. It's got a good story to it. It's got that fast-paced combat that
the traversal system is insane.
So
this as well.
This is the first level, isn't it?
This is the first level we recorded.
Oh, okay. So about how far into the game is this?
One of the last few levels, which is why I made sure to leave any spoilers out.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing we're, blocking the subtitles and all that.
So, and this is after you done beat the game and everything else. So you done kind of superpowered your Doom Marine a little bit there.
Well, we don't even have any cheats enabled for this recording stuff.
Oh, really?
The stuff we have recorded here.
So everything is pretty much outside the straight out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's probably something we should have mentioned. You can get cheat codes throughout the levels, and whenever you go through to play a level again, you can activate them. They do not disable progression or anything like that. They only disable rooms that are called Slayer Gates, which are very, very challenging rooms.
Now, we got going on right now, the normal hell spawns popping up everywhere.
Yeah, it's fair in the Doom game.
So, I've noticed that we've been seeing a bunch of glory kills, so those returned. Were there any new weapons or anything like that in the game?
Yes, the ballista and... I'm trying to think what... I believe it's just the ballista and the unmaker that are new weapons. The other weapons have gotten...
you can break that dude's arm. Have
been modified. Like some of the old weapon mods that people didn't like from Doom 2016, such as that burst fire mod on the assault shotgun. It's now been replaced with a full auto mod. And then the scope mod for the heavy assault rifle has been replaced with a precision bolt mod, which changes the fire type. And speaking of fire,
lots of fire.
There's a new move called Flame Belch, which allows you to set your enemies on fire and they drop armor.
Nice. Now, I noticed that, because again, I haven't played it yet. I've just watched you play it. I know I'd go in there and go to mention something to you real quick, and then next thing I know, I'm sitting there standing there 10, 15, 20 minutes watching you play because it's cool. I mean, I like Doom.
There's a huge balancing act with the resources now, where you have to do glory kills so you can get health, flame belch so you can get armor, and then chainsaw for ammo.
So I mean, I know like with June 2016, I got into where I was doing snap map for Game Warriors, and I kind of fell off on the actual story of it. I do. That's the only negative thing that I've seen so far. As
Yeah,
far
that's
as
my
the
only
new one.
complaint about this is the lack of snap maps.
And that's simply because of the fact that us using these in our events, you know,
Yeah, and
it
also
made it
being
a lot
able to
easier.
just create a custom level would have been so fun, especially
Yeah.
with the new traversal elements.
All right, so yeah, you mentioned traversal, and I think we've got a clip of that.
We have a
somewhere.
clip coming up soon.
Okay, so we'll come back to that when we get to that area. Um, so,
But as you can see, I've been using the super shotgun for most of it, which is it's an excellent weapon for this game, especially once you get the weapon mod mastery for it, which like that chain that launches out of it allows me to hook onto the enemies.
yeah.
Once you master it, it sets the enemies on fire, which allows them, which as you see there, they drop their armor from it if you shoot them.
So,
And that move I just did there to kill that pinky, that's called a blood punch. Charges by performing glory kills and such.
so I mean, I don't know if you got it in there, but yeah, you've got the glory kills on the big guys and stuff like that. I love those. They're entertaining. Now, I will state that this is a M-rated game.
Yes, this is very not
Kid friendly. So, but it's mainly because of the violence and.
I don't think there is much language in this actually.
So.
But it's just all the violence.
Well, I mean, yeah, and the content matter, but there's no sexual content or anything like that. Of course, I would be a little bit disturbed if there was, considering you're fighting off a horde of invading demons.
That'd be a whole different kind of demon.
So, but overall, I mean, like I said, it's the violence and everything else, and
a lot of
the
demons
fear factor.
A lot of the
gore.
demons have gotten
Upgrades.
Yeah, such as the Baron of Hell right there, and some of them have returned to how they looked in previous Doom games, such as the soldiers, whereas they looked like and the Mancubi, whereas they looked like weird. Well, they looked more demon-like and less human.
I know when I walked in and the first time I seen you play against the new Barons, I was like, man, that looks familiar, but it looks cooler. So
the imps have like new horns on their backs and everything like that.
So I mean, overall, I know that you've had fun with it and everything else, and like I said, the only thing that I've noticed so far, because I still haven't played this story, I know a little bit of it because of watching you play. But I noticed, like I said, the only negative thing that I really have to say about this is the fact that they took away the snap map.
They also added like extra lives to the story and everything like that.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing.
Very interesting.
And they changed out and they have another game mode. Have you done that yet? And what was it? The battle mode?
I haven't done that yet.
That's more of an online.
It's an online thing.
And I love that one.
The Destroyer Blade from the Ballista is such a cool mod to use.
Yeah, so.
As you just cleave through enemies. Quite literally in the case of that Arachnotron there.
Yeah.
Plasma Rifle has gotten a change. It looks way different from how it did in Doom 2016.
Yeah.
It's honestly a really good weapon once you get certain mods for it. There's the chain gun making a return.
Is this the one with the traversal?
This has a bit of traversal in it, but
so what that does is get you around the world in a unique way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just a running and jump or whatever.
Like there's little boost pads, there's bounce pads.
So more along the lines of a Quake game.
Yeah, it's more like Quake. And there's power-ups all in the levels as well.
Well, what's different is like you just grab that bar right there.
Yeah, you can swing.
Yeah, so that's definitely not something that.
And then they added a boost thing that allows you to move just that little bit faster. There are some parts of the game that are very traversal heavy.
Yeah, and I was thinking that was the one.
And then there's even like some parts where you have to just perfectly time each jump.
Yeah.
and everything.
So, I'm assuming from your reaction and the fact of how often you played it that it was definitely worth the wait of it coming out and everything
Hmm.
else. So, um,
This is precisely why a game needs a delay sometimes,
yeah.
just so they can polish it up even more.
I love that.
Like, if you saw there was a purple gate there. That's what one of the Slayer gates is.
So I mean, it seems like
Tons of new demons are,
okay.
yeah.
So new demons.
Like the one right there, the Doom Hunter.
Yeah. And I'm assuming with each new demon, they have a new challenge as far as how you approach them.
Such as this one, there's two ways you can approach it. You can attack the sled directly,
Mm-hmm.
or you can take out his shield using the plasma rifle and then attack him. Sled method is a lot easier, especially if you use the full auto mod on the combat shotgun or this super shotgun.
I noticed, yeah, because you're tending to aim lower at the sled and.
Because you can't do damage to the main body. Once that sled blows up, then you can do damage to him directly.
Yeah. Well, come on. There you go. And of course, you're going to do a glory kill on him. And we cut out. All right. Here's the traversal scene.
Yeah.
So you got the climbing on the walls. What, you think you're Spider-Man or something? And I see the boost that you're talking about.
And then there's they use a lot of green to help you see which way you're supposed to go, as well.
Which is good because I know I played some games in the past, and I think maybe it was Doom 3 that was fairly dark. Um,
Oh, cool! Cool. I don't know if this was in Doom 2016, but the Kakadine, if you launch a grenade into its mouth, it will swallow it, allowing you to. It'll allow you to instantly perform a glory kill on it.
Oh yeah, I don't think we got that thing. Because I remember
it showed it just then.
Oh really? I was too busy.
Also, there was a little bit of a speedrunner tactic. It will save you a bit of a second.
Because I remember the first time that I walked in, going down. I remember the first time I walked in there and you were talking to me about it. You're like, "Hey, Dad, check this out," and I was like, "Okay, you're shooting a grenade at it." And you were like, "No, I missed. Hold on, let's try this again." And you sit there and it ate the grenade, and then I was like, "Dude, that is awesome."
And it even has a little bit of a gulp sound effect there.
Does it really? So, um,
Whiplashes are so annoying to fight against.
Yeah.
They just knock you around. But
and then
here's one of the power-ups we were talking about. Berserk. This was in 2016 as well. Allows you to insta-kill anything.
So, that's pretty cool.
And one of the cheats that allows you to go through the entire level in that state.
So, let's see here. We've covered all that. So, I know that they have that one area where you can actually go in and listen to the soundtrack from. What is that?
It's in the Fortress of Doom. It's the hub area.
The hub area?
In between missions.
Alright, so
what you can look at collectibles that you gain through the levels. You can listen to tracks you find in the levels. It's also where the mission select is, not everything like that. And you can even unlock stuff in there by getting Sentinel batteries in the levels. You can unlock different rooms to where you can get classic Doom Marine skin or stuff like that. Extra weapon mods that you don't find in actual levels.
I was hoping that because I know we did a longer clip just in case we would be talking and stuff like that. I was kind of hoping that we would have that. Uh, we'd be able to see that one with the shield that pops up.
Oh, that's coming.
Okay.
And if any of you have played the game before, you know exactly which enemy we're talking about.
Don't you? Yeah, you glory kill this big dude.
Yeah. Tyrant.
Smack. His friend didn't like that too much though. But
we also get a glory kill on another Doom Hunter here as well.
So, got anything else?
You gotta be very attentive during these fights. You need to keep a constant check on your health, on your blood punch meter, your boosts, and definitely your ammo.
So I mean, yeah, I see low health popping up, and of course the screen's turning red as well.
And then like it says out of fuel and such, but flame belch and then a grenade. That if you put a flame belch and then grenade a large group of enemies, then well, you're not gonna run out of armor very quick. And here's another power up, haste in 2016, now called Overdrive. Honestly, I like that name a lot better.
Yeah. Wonder why they changed up the names.
Just for a bit of variety, I guess. Don't understand why they changed it to Quad though. They were like, nah, that's a little too close to Quake.
They're saying developers, but you know,
And here
we
comes
go. Here we go.
Here comes everyone's least favorite enemy.
Yeah,
Coolest enemy you can fight, but also the worst. The Marauder.
Yeah, that guy right there. He looks cool.
He sounds cool,
but
he is a pain. He's immune to the BFG.
Yeah, see,
if that's of any indicator. The gun that can kill everything can't kill him.
I love how they tell him
to
be careful.
Careful extraction.
He snatches him down and just tosses him through the
He's
floor.
got his own Crucible-esque axe.
Yeah, that axe is awesome. I'm not a fan of the shield thing or his little.
The Argent shield.
Yeah. Or those little hellhounds that he
Yeah, the
breaks out.
hellhounds aren't fun either. But yeah, you have to, whenever his eyes flash green, that's when you need to attack.
So otherwise it's just staying.
Otherwise you can't hit him.
Just kind of defend.
There are times where you can hit him, but it's not.
It's the easiest thing is the move
also,
around
they don't put him like alone by himself most of the time. Actually, on the way to this is a master level, and on the way to this room, there was another one.
Yeah, so
and a big fight.
So the master level.
It's a remix of the other levels. That some of them are just more difficult, like this one, but then there's like special modifiers to them. Also, yeah, you can't go through enemies, so it's kind of difficult to traverse sometimes.
Yeah. So I mean,
there's one glory kill where you go to punch him, he blocks the punch, and then you extend the Doom Blade and stab him in the face. Right now, we're heading to the Repertorium. We couldn't get it to work for some reason, but...
So what is the Repertorium?
It is basically the demon prison where you can go in there and train, basically.
Okay, so it's kind of like a training area.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. But...
This is the Fortress of Doom that we're inside right now. Which we got more footage.
So, that was just some of the gameplay footage that he did. And everything.
The game's a good, 7 or 8 hours long, depending on how good you are at it.
And again, it is rated M for mature. So, now we're looking at our ratings. So, overall, everything I've seen of it, I thoroughly enjoyed. Like I said, the only thing that I've been able to think negatively about it is the fact that the snap map, and that's simply a preference. It's nothing against the game itself. So I personally have to give it a 5. And you?
If I could, I'd give it a 10 out of 5.
Okay. Well,
but it only goes up to 5, so
our listing only goes up to 5. So, but yeah. So if you have not and you're a fan of the Doom franchise, definitely recommend picking it up. It is awesome. Mm-hmm. Now that he's finished through it, maybe I'll actually get to play it some. So, but yeah. So that's our first edition of Wraith Reviews. And till next time, this is Charles Almighty Wraith and
Race Slayer for D.
Saying stay awesome. Hey guys, this is Charles Almighty Wraith and
Race Slayer for D.
We hope y'all enjoyed our video and everything. Be sure to check us out on all of our other social media networks, such as YouTube,
Facebook,
Twitch,
Twitter,
Instagram,
and Patreon.
And also be sure to like and share the videos. And all right, until next time, this is Almighty Wraith and
Race Slayer for D.
Saying stay awesome.